Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to recount the full story that unfolded, a story that still leaves a bitter taste in my mouth even now. It was a day that would etch itself into my memory, filled with twists and turns that I could have never imagined. I was deeply in love with my boyfriend, so much so that I found myself becoming overprotective. It wasn't like me, but my gut instincts told me something was amiss. Doubts and fears swirled in my mind, and I couldn't ignore them. It was as if I was driven by an invisible force to uncover the truth, to know for sure whether my suspicions were justified. My boyfriend had been acting strange, making excuses for his whereabouts, and I couldn't shake the feeling that he was being unfaithful. It was a persistent itch in the back of my mind that I had to scratch. So, I made a decision that would seem extreme to some and downright crazy to others. I decided to hide in the trunk of his car. My heart raced, and my hands trembled as I prepared to become a secret passenger in my own boyfriend's vehicle. When the opportunity presented itself, I didn't hesitate. I slipped into the trunk, the tight space barely allowing me to breathe. It was uncomfortable, but I was determined to find out the truth, to confirm or deny my suspicions. I had a small peephole and a recording device to ensure I wouldn't miss anything. As the minutes dragged on, I could hear my own heartbeat thudding in my ears. Then, he returned. My boyfriend, oblivious to my presence, got back into the car. My heart pounded as I watched in horror. He wasn't alone. My best friend, the one person I trusted more than anyone, sat beside him. My breath caught in my throat as they leaned in and shared a passionate kiss. Tears welled in my eyes as I realized my worst fears were coming true. It was a surreal, gut-wrenching moment. They spoke softly, but their words reached my ears, and I felt a pang of betrayal as my boyfriend suggested they go somewhere private, far from prying eyes. My best friend's response was like a knife in my heart. "Don't feel bad," she said, her voice callous. "She's a loser anyway." The words were a crushing blow, a stark revelation of her true character. They moved to the back seat, and I couldn't hear their words anymore, but the imagery was etched in my mind. It was a moment of profound sadness and anger. I took pictures, documenting the evidence that would later rock my world. Confrontation was inevitable. I showed them the pictures, their faces paling as guilt washed over them. My boyfriend tried to shift the blame onto my best friend, claiming he never wanted to hurt me. My best friend attempted to justify her actions, but her words were hollow. The whole experience was a painful lesson in betrayal, reminding me that even those we trust most can cause the deepest wounds. It was a turbulent journey through a relationship filled with deceit and heartbreak, a story of love gone sour. I learned the hard way that love should never lead to such extremes, and that trust is a fragile thing, easily shattered when put to the test. It was a life-altering experience that taught me to be cautious in whom I put my faith, and that open communication is the key to any meaningful relationship.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting stories.